Listen, I know building your brand can feel overwhelming. Trust me, I understand. You see all these influencers and people with their fancy setups, their big following, and perfectly polished content, even though there's like no such thing. And you think, how can I possibly compete with that? I don't have all that stuff. No, 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 no. Stop right there. You don't need all of that stuff to get started. Building your brand doesn't begin with perfection. It doesn't. It begins with making the decision to do it. It's just that simple. And it continues with gradual progress. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about the power of small wins and how they can set you up for big success. When I started my business back in 2014, I didn't have all of the tools. I didn't have the best camera, the fancy lights, or even a proper setup. Matter of fact, I was doing it part-time. I had what I had, a phone, and pretty much that's it. That's all I needed to get started. And I'm still not where I want to be. Matter of fact, my Amazon cart has like $4,000 in the save for later pile. So just know you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on equipment or hire a team of experts just to get started. All you have to do is show up with what you have. That's right. That first Instagram post, that first reel, that first live session, those are small wins, but they are huge in the grand scheme of things. I know it's easy to get caught up in the lights or the numbers or the lack thereof, but I'm just telling you, like, those small wins are not about being perfect. They're about being present. So if you wait for the perfect setup or the right time, guess what? You'll never get started. You'll be waiting forever. So start small, start scrappy, but start. But what if nobody shows up? What if only 5 people are on my live? What if no one watches my YouTube channel or subscribes? What if somebody's talking about me? Well, let me tell you something. The size of the room doesn't define the value of what you bring. You don't need a stadium to make an impact. Your first virtual call might have 3 people on it. Real talk. Those 3 people are the foundation of your brand. Your first in-person event may fall through, maybe not sell any seats, or maybe just a few seats. Serve those people well. Blow their minds. Those 3 people will become your advocates, and word will spread. Every big brand started with a small, loyal audience. Don't despise the small beginnings, because truth is, they can teach you how to serve with excellence, no matter the size of the crowd. You know, when I first started, I was reaching out to people on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram looking for people to let me create a logo. Out of the 100 people I would reach out to on a daily basis, maybe 15 would respond. Maybe 5 would actually not, run away as soon as I mentioned pricing. And maybe 2 would say yes within a week's time. So don't ever get caught up in the size of things, right? Just keep pressing forward and things will eventually come together. Now, this is the part that most people tend to skip. They want to fast forward and get to the place where they got the Lamborghini and the mansion and everybody wants to hear what they have to say. All right, when you're building a brand, it's easy to focus so much on the next thing that you forget about today, the next video, the next client, the next sale, right? The next live, the next post. But celebrate how far you've come already. What's today? All right, today is January 13th, 2025. I'm celebrating where I am today. Right now, I have 27 subscribers on YouTube, almost 700 on IG, but I'm still grateful that even you want to hear what I have to say. That's a milestone. Right? Those 2 or 3 likes, that 1 comment on your post, that's a win. The first time somebody buys your product or signs up for your service, that's a win. The first time you show up online when you didn't feel like it, that's a win. Celebrate those moments because they matter. They're proof that what you're doing is working, even if it doesn't feel massive right now. Just keep going. Okay? Let's take a quick moment to acknowledge your growth. Yeah. Yeah. Let's acknowledge your pursuit of the thing that you truly desire to do as you build your brand because you've earned it. Everybody doesn't make it to this part or they get here and they quit. Okay? So celebrate that milestone. One big mix one big miss. I can't even say the freaking word. I always have a word that just stops me in my tracks, but it's not that I can't say the word, it's I'm parched. Anyway, one big misconception I want to clear up is the thought that success comes from making one big move. It doesn't. It's not about doing something complicated or groundbreaking every single day. It's about showing up every single day. Even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're not sure anyone's paying attention, trust me, they are watching. There's no metric for the amount of people that scroll to your content, watch and listen and like it in their minds, right? And keep scrolling. I don't know why it's so hard to move that finger or that mouse. Like, go ahead and do it. Yeah, this is a moment to subscribe. All right. I don't know why it's so hard to do that. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's difficult even for the things that make you smile or laugh. Like most people do not press that button. So don't get discouraged when you don't see the numbers. Post that video anyways. Write that email. Share your thoughts because there's only one you. Do it consistently, and over time, those small actions will compound into something amazing. Think about the Great Wall of China. I can't tell you how many stones are on that wall because I don't know, but I do know this. It took years and thousands of people to put that thing together, one stone at a time. So don't let complexity paralyze you. Keep it simple and focus on one thing. Show up. Stay consistent and trust the process. So here's the takeaway if you didn't get anything else from this conversation. Small wins build big momentum. Start where you are. I just made a snowman with my daughter with the snowfall that we had here in Atlanta. And it all started with a small hand-shaped, snowball that we began to roll, right? And it added more snow to it as it got closer and closer to the end of the yard. And the first thing I told her was, we don't have to do the extra work to go and grab the snow and add to it because the yard is huge. And by the time we pick the snow up and walk over to it and put it on there, we could have just continued the consistency that we began by rolling this ball and continuing to add to it as it got towards the end. And it had some, grass in it and stuff. And she was like, well, what about the grass? The snowman looks dirty. I said, we can then clean it up and shape it into what it should be after we get it in the spot we want it to be in. And so she did it with me. She trusted the process and we ended up with a really huge snowman, like, the base of it at the front of our yard. So listen, it's just this simple. Use what you have. All right? I'm comparing this snowball to your brand and your business. Use what you have. Serve the people in front of you, no matter how small the room feels. And don't forget to celebrate every step forward, just like that snowman that we were building. Building your brand isn't about having it all figured out. It's about showing up, tweaking parts about you to make it cleaner, just like we added snow at the end to hide the grass, and letting your journey unfold one small win at a time. Now I want to hear from you. Don't be ashamed. Don't be shy. Think about something that's small, that's a win. What is that one win that you've had recently? No matter how small, share it with us. Let's celebrate each other in the comments. Talk to you later.